DeBrosse, the gun lawyer.
Hey y'all, Ohio gun lawyer here, Derek DeBrosse. So I've been telling y'all that I've been wanting to answer your questions. I've been fairly new at this. We've launched our YouTube page channel about 6 months ago or so. So we've gotten a lot of questions that have piled up. So I'm going to take an opportunity today to try and answer some of those questions. And feel free to keep sending them to me. I do enjoy them. They challenge me, make me a better lawyer to investigate areas of the law that don't come up every day. So it forces me to delve into my profession even more. So I appreciate that. I want to thank the viewers and the listeners. So the first question comes from an unnamed source, but I will read the gist of the question. The question really pertains to lawful orders. Upon being approached by a law enforcement officer, the law says you have to obey all lawful orders, and the writer's question asks, does that mean I must answer all of the questions presented by law enforcement, or can I simply remain silent after promptly notifying? It's a really good question on what occurs during a stop. My personal belief is that the promptly notify statute is at least partially unconstitutional, because anytime the law forces us to make a statement that could potentially incriminate us, there's a problem with it. It doesn't pass the gut check. I had a client once that was drinking and driving and had a gun on him, lawfully carried. When he was stopped, he notified, but it's also illegal to have a firearm on you while you're drinking. So now he's self-incriminated himself to a further crime. So it's an interesting question and legal discussion that I don't think the courts in Ohio have really fleshed out. So generally speaking, you have a right to remain silent. As of last year, there was a Supreme Court case that came out that essentially said you had to audibly invoke that right. So if you believe that you're going to incriminate yourself to a further crime, I would absolutely agree that you do not have to answer all questions that are asked by a law enforcement officer, because it would not be lawful. It would be a violation of the United States Constitution. So hopefully that answers your question. As oftentimes is the case, answers are not always black and white in the law. A lot of it depends on the facts. And attorneys will have different positions and opinions on that as well.